Hey everyone, it's your boy Chuck back at it again with another video. As usual, okay, I don't really know what to talk about today. I think last night when I was streaming, last night means like what, 20th of May. So last night when I was streaming, people asked me like what inspires me to do what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna be honest to you guys, like real honest, alright? Back then, I don't like doing art. It's kind of that feeling because my dad, an artist, he is a wooden sculptor, right? So he also can draw and stuff. Basically, he's just like really good artist, I would say. He used to work in gallery. He used to have a team where they sell a lot of this wooden sculpture in convention and stuff. So he is a very artistic person. So in general, that put me in a little bit of pressure to meet the expectations. It is just me, not like yes, my dad kind of like push me to do art and stuff, but he don't really actively force me, but he does push me to do some creative stuff and stuff like that, just because the way he lives, what he's doing and stuff. So that makes me in a little bit of pressure, right? Sorry if I sounds a little unenthusiastic. I just done with some gaming session and kind of tired. So because of that, I start doing art. I start like drawing stuff, which is quite fun for me, but I don't really like it that much at first. Like this is when I was like in standard school, stuff like that, right? So at some point I developed this passion. The more I do, the more I feel like, yeah, it's kind of fun. At first I don't really feel that fun, and it's kind of hard to look for inspiration and stuff. I mean, yes, my dad is an artist and stuff, but he's not that top tier artist, if you know what I mean. Yes, he works in gallery and stuff, but we still doesn't have the luxury living, quote unquote. The thing is, things are pretty hard back then, and at some point when I was like in high school, even my dad said like, alright, you have to rethink about what you want to do. He said to me like, yes, I push you to do art and stuff, but this thing doesn't last long if you don't have enough passion. Which is, my dad stopped working in the art industry. He stopped working in the gallery and stuff, and then things happens and stuff. One of his artistic partner that he used to work with back then, unfortunately, died of heart attack. That's a pretty sad moment, and because of that, my dad completely stopped doing what he does, and completely kind of stopped believing the meaning, the viabilities of art, to make a living out of doing art, right? So because of that, things not going so well. I just start to feel fun of what I'm doing. I just start to have passion to actually push art and stuff. But around this time, my dad was really not recommending me to do what I'm doing. So I end up getting to an architecture school, which is in my head back then, it sounds really good, I guess, because who doesn't want to be an architect, right? Like, the job, quote unquote, architect sounds really good back then, but the reality is this is more of a kind of rant. The reality is, once I graduate, I work as an architect for almost a year, and then I work as an engineer for 1 year. And the thing about architect and engineer, at least where I live, is overrated. It's really fucking overrated. It sounds really good, but your payment was so low. I think it's just my country. A lot of people out there saying that if you do architect, for example, in Canada, in US, you will be at least live in a luxury life, something like that, right? Not for my country. I know a lot of my friends that already work as an architect for few years and now thinking about stop doing whatever they're doing because just because, you know, the fact that architect and engineer in my country is overrated as fuck. It sounds cool, but you can barely make a living out of it. So I stopped doing that. But what really drive me to do art and stuff was the fact that I still have to make money, even though I quit my job and stuff. That is another whole story for me quitting job. Me quitting job is not because I don't really feel like doing it. Like, yes, I don't really feel like doing it, but the real reason why I quit job because I have a problem with my workplace. They didn't pay me for 3 months or so like that, and I actively go to work like for gas money and stuff. I actively go to work without payment, use my own earning that I have while doing art from the side, right? So that's drive me to come up with the decisions. Yeah, I have to stop working. This doesn't do well at all. I need to focus on one thing that actually make money, make a living out of it. So I stopped working. It's kind of scary to doing quote unquote art as your job, because most of the time people will be like, yeah, you can't really make money just by doing art. And I agree. I totally fucking agree on that. I don't make much, but it's decent enough for me to, you know, pay my bills, pay my debt, pay a lot of other stuff, essential stuff at least. But as I said, if you have this kind of job on the side and you have the real job, yes, that's like the most viable option. That's like the best, right? But unfortunately, the moment I quit my job and start doing art and stuff, while after that, when I'm trying to look for a job, Corona happens and people just cutting workers out and stuff. And I don't want to get on that kind of situation where your employers doesn't pay you. It sucks to have that experience. Now I kind of like considering for not working at all and just push whatever I'm doing and try to stay focused and make a living out of it. And the thing is, the inspiration's coming from life experience. That's what I want to say. If people ask me who inspires me to be an artist, it's my life experience. No one's really inspires me, nothing. My dad kind of give me the gentle push, but at the same time, after a few years of me getting into it, he tried to roll back in, right? He tried to kind of like direct me to another direction because of the reality of art itself. While he worked as an artist in a exhibition hall back then, we don't really live a good life. So yeah, I couldn't say anyone really inspires me to do what I'm doing right now. It is mostly my life experience. It is just a lot of unfortunate events that leads me here. When people kind of like feel inspired by me and said like, alright, I want to be like you, I want to quit my job and I want to do art like you because I see you can live with that. My advice is please don't do that. You can do that on the side, because let me be real here, I'm not rich, I don't live in the luxury life. It's fortunate enough for me to live in a country that have a lower currency rate. So my business is like international, so people pay me in USD. So that basically 1 USD is equal to like $4 my country bill. So I can live off with that small earning because of that, because the lifestyle here is not very expensive. So I can make like $500 a month and I'll be okay, I'll be fine. Most of people, no, that's not fine at all, right? Most people, if they make 500 bucks a month, that's like what, you can't even pay your rent if you live in US, let alone if you live like in California or something like that. You can't even pay your rent, right? So yeah, if you guys somehow inspired by what I'm doing and want to do what I'm doing, my advice is no, don't do it. Work, and then you want to do what I'm doing on the side, yes, do that. I recommend it. But you stopping your job or quitting your job and try to pursue stream, try to do art, try to do business online and stuff. Business online is another different thing, right? Also, in that regards, I don't really recommend you to completely stop what you're doing and then just go for business online, because you need to build up your business first before you have to stabilize it first before you actually take the steps. So yeah, my advice is be your own personality, at the same time follow your experience and stuff. Shit things can happen. It might lead to a better living, it might lead to a rough kind of living, but if you keep going, Godspeed, you will own that life, right? So yeah, stay awesome. And like I said, my inspiration is my life experience. Alright, that's all. I'll talk to you guys later. Wash your hand, wash your ass. Bye bye.